Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Mending Munich. Hope you had a good weekend and caught up with everything that's on the channel today. Two games for you. One in the Europa League against Ludogorets, and then we got Mainz coming to Munich. Hopefully, a little bit of retribution for the thumping they gave us at the end of last season. We played 2 games since we last met. The first one against Ingolstadt, 3-2 win, and Václav Černý was a man on a mission. 2 goals in the first kind of 40 minutes or so, and then Guri scoring with 25 minutes to go. And we took our foot off the gas and paid for it, really, because Kopke came in on the 94th minute to score a winner, to score a second goal for them, and made it a little bit nervous, but we held out, and it was a good 3-2 win away at Ingolstadt. And then another surprise win for us. Again, these big teams come to Munich, and we really turned the screw on them. And Luka Ilic on the 57th minute, one moment of magic, beat Dortmund 1-0. This is where we stand in the league, and we're 7th in the league, 11 points from the first 6 games, and not too bad at all. Still in the hunt for that Europa League spot, which is what we're after again this season. I think a couple of years in the Europa League, and then we could potentially look at going to the Champions League if we can strengthen the squad enough. But yeah, we have had a few injuries, a few things that not gone our way. So Wesley picked up another injury. I think he's a little bit injury prone. He's out for 2 weeks, and Václav Černý is out for 3 weeks. So we're gonna have to deal with them without them today against Ludogorets, and also against Mainz in a few days' time. That is the roundup. We are currently sitting top of our Europa League table. Ludogorets would have lost to Lokomotiv Moscow in match day 1. So hoping for another 3 points against Ludogorets today. Let's see who's in the team for this first game. It's going to be a slight rotation of the side, just because really need to hit that 35-point mark in the league as quickly as we can, and then hopefully have a look at the second half of the season and see what we can do in other competitions. So we've got Muller in goal, Strangle, Velasquez, Kilian, and John are the back line. We've got Mbaye and Goujon in the middle, Samuelson on the right, Bunk on the left, Tagani in behind Marquez. On the bench, Carter Vickers, Egbo, Ilic, Nixon, Pantic, Brewster, and Guri all on the bench. Let's get into this one. Second game in the Europa League. Can we go 2 out of 2? Strangle just before half-time, whipping that ball in, trying to find someone at the back post. Goujon's there. Goujon scores, comes in for this reserve team in the Europa League, and puts his first goal on the cards for this season. Strangle with the whip. Samsons have to go off with a free kick. It luckily rebounds to him. He fires it home. 1-0 just before half-time. Utter domination here from Munich. 1-0 to us. Goujon just before half-time has said Samuelson off at kind of halfway through the half because, say, just got injured. Actually, to be fair, even though we're 1-0 up, I'm not happy with the performance. We need to be putting these to the sword and scoring 3 or 4 to make it really, really count. But hopefully in the second half, more goals are coming. John on the ball after a long goal kick from Ludogorets. He's charging forward into space and whipped the ball into Marquez on the head, and it's just wide from our Venezuelan striker, but I say unlucky for him. Good whip from Declan John on the left-hand side, and yeah, more goals needed to secure this win. Strangle again, hour mark into Marquez. Marquez is there. Marquez scores 2-0 to Munich. Lovely whip from Nicolas Strangle, and second goal for us from a corner. Second assist from the youngster as well, and he just loses his man, fires that header home past the keeper. 2-0 now to Munich on the hour mark. Strangle into Tavani. The youngsters do link up. Goujon, lovely switch out to another youngster. Bunk on that left-hand side, takes his man on, whips the ball into the far post, and he actually goes for goal. I don't think it was a goal. It's his first goal for the first team, first goal for the club. Yannick Bunk, it's a cross, let's just say that. And it's a lovely goal, really, to be fair. Bunk, lovely first touch, cuts inside, and I think it was going for a cross with Marquez and Pantic in there as well, but it floats into that far corner. 5 minutes to go, 3-0 to Munich. And there we have it, full-time whistle's gone. Good win for the reserve side, and say gets minutes in their legs. Strangle with the player of the match, 2 assists for him. Inadvertently, 1 assist hasn't gone down for him, but 2 assists for him. 8.8 player of the match. Marquez getting a goal, Bunk getting his first goal for the club as well, and say minutes in the legs for some of the boys. Second game up today, Mainz. We're looking for retribution. Can we go and get it? So last time we played Mainz At home, we lost 2-0. We were already on the beach because we ended last season pretty much with the last game meaning absolutely nothing. And yeah, they took us to the cleaners. 8 minutes, the game was over. 2 goals to them, and we're looking for a little bit of retribution. This is going to be the team that goes against Mainz in this game. We've got Payers in goal, Egbo, Belik, Carter Vickers and Klaassen are the back line, and Kenny and Illich are the midfield. Bruce on the right, Bunk on the left. He keeps his place. Nixon in behind Gurdy on the bench. Velasquez, Srangel, Gujon, Pantic, Tavani, Marquez, and Muller. We want to get a win from this Mainz game. It means far too much to us, and say a little bit of retribution. Klaassen on the left hand side. We've beaten 8 minutes and not conceded, so we're 20 minutes in. Brewster on this right hand side now. Good switch from Bunk. McKennie back to Brewster. He's going to have a little bit of a run. Goes back to Egbo. He can swing it in, but no. Goes to McKennie. Into Nixon. Lovely turn. Into Illich. Goes for goal. Illich scores. Luka Illich with another goal. Yeah, he scored a big one against Borussia Dortmund. He scored another big one here against Mainz. And it's 1-0 to Munich. I love this little turn from Nixon. Let's just watch this. A lovely little drag back. Passes it off to Illich. And he just shoots from about 25 yards out. And it's 1-0 to Munich. Eberle getting the ball through to Kaizon. He scored that first goal last season. Diatta, lovely shot, lovely goal. Crepin Diatta, first goal of the season for him. Didn't close him down. Robin Kaizon coming back to haunt us with an assist there, and it's 1 apiece. Lead didn't last too long. Aibil gets the ball through to Kaizon, and he's got a little bit of space to work. Into Diatta, through to him, and puts that into the far corner. Paez, absolutely no chance. 1 apiece now. Nixon, free kick, going to get that ball in, and Belik's there, hits the bar, hits the post. Guri can't turn that in, and I think it was going to be a free kick because Guri would have been offside, and from that free kick they come again. Eberle into that player there, Vitek with the ball on the left hand side, but Bruce are doing really good job with pressing, but they get lucky and the ball falls to Baku, over to Bell, and they have to go back to Muller, and he just launches that ball forward, and Belik misses the header. Diatta's through. Diatta scores. That all came from the missed header from Christian Belik. And they've had 3 shots, 3 on target, 2 goals, 2-1 to Mainz. Muller just firing this ball forward. And this is where we lose it. Belik just gets pushed off the ball over the top to Diatta. He's 1-on-1 with Lucas Paez. And that is 2-0 to Mainz. Bunk now injured. We're going to have to do a little bit of sorting out here. Tagani can play on that left-hand side, but so can Gurdy. So I'm going to push Gurdy back, and I'm going to put Marquez up top and see if we have a little bit more firepower with 3 strikers on effectively on the wings. Final 5 minutes of the half. Witek getting that ball into the back post. We're overloaded at the back post, and Stefan Bell nods that in. It's 3-1. Mainz doing a job on us again. 4 shots, 4 on target, 3 goals for them now. Vitek with an assist, and they've whipped that ball into the far post. No one marking them there. Bell knocks that ball across from where it came, and it's 3-1 to Mainz. Vitek, just after half-time, gets that ball in again. Belik does well to get the ball clear, and that defender, who I can't pronounce his name, has scored again. 4-1 to Mainz. We are being undone here. We've got a bogey team in this save. Mainz just dipping that ball in. Belik does well, but he should head it out, not across the goal. Pies, I'm not entirely sure what he's doing there. And it's 4-1 to Mainz. Muller getting that ball clear, and Belik should bring that ball down, and he does. Finds Brewster on this right-hand side. We're going to need a turn up for the books here. Guri can't get ahead of Dumfries. Klaassen driving forward. Can he find a ball into Nixon? No, he can't, and Belik's knocking that down to McKennie. Into Brewster. Brewster now going inside into Nixon. Can he find a way through? He can, but it's a good tackle by 3 men there to stop him, and Muller comes out and claims. Klaassen into Illich, back to Klaassen, whips that ball in, falls to Nixon, he's got a good shot on him, goes for a goal, he can, but Muller with a good save, falls to Gurdy on that left-hand side, and he gets tackled by Dumfries, and they get that ball clear. And that is it, full-time whistle's gone. Mainz again have come to Munich and absolutely destroyed us. 4-1 to Mainz. 2 goals for Diatta, Bell, and him, Jeffrey, we're going to call him, putting them 4-1 up after the second half just started. Illich scoring for us early on, thinking we're going to do a job here, but actually we got absolutely destroyed. Literally everybody playing horrendously well, horrendously badly. I'm going to get aggressive and say I'm far from pleased with what I've seen out there. It's absolutely shocking that we've gone out there and lost 4-1 to Mainz. That keeps us in 8th. 2 points now away from the Europa League spaces. Werder Bremen, Dortmund on 13, Wolfsburg on 14, and that brings Mainz now only 2 points behind us in the league. So yeah, going to hopefully do a job on them sometime, but they're a bit of a bogey team at the minute, Mainz, and hopefully when we go to their place, we can pull them apart. But that is it for this episode. A demoralising defeat after a really good win away in Europe. We're going to be back with another European game and another league game. We're going to do Lokomotiv Moscow and Hamburg. 2 home games there. If we win against Lokomotiv, we'll pretty much have 1 foot in to the knockout rounds of the Europa League. And we need a win against Hamburg. They're flying, I think they're flying high. Flying high in the league, second in the league, joint on points with Bayern Munich. That'll be the next games in tomorrow's episode. That's it for this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss out any more content. Remember, tick that little bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. And until tomorrow when we bring you Hamburg and some more Europa League action against Lokomotiv Moscow, I'll see you soon.